The latest season of Squid Game has just been released, and it leaves us on a massive cliffhanger. Nothing to do but wait at this point. So as we wait for the third season to drop, we decided that it would be a good idea to summarize everything that has happened throughout the first two seasons. Gotta stay ready for season 3. Without any further ado, let's get right into it, right from the top. Our protagonist is Sung Gi-hun, who is honestly a bit of a bum. He's a divorcee who has accumulated a ton of debt from dangerous loan sharks and has also developed a strong gambling addiction. However, he was not always like this. Born on October 31st, 1974, Sung Gi-hun grew up in Seoul with his mother. After completing high school, he worked on Assembly Team 1, Dragon Motors, for 16 years, until he was suddenly laid off. This was a crucial time in his life, as he and his wife, Kang Eun-ji, were expecting a baby. Seong went on strike with his co-workers, hoping that they would get their jobs back. Unfortunately, things went sour and one of his co-workers ended up dying on the picket line. Ironically, this was also the day his daughter was born. The couple named her Song Ga-young. Eventually, he gave up on striking and opened up a restaurant called Ga-young's Chicken, named after his daughter. He also opened a snack bar, but both of these businesses failed hard. For the next 5 years, he got work as a chauffeur to make ends meet. Eventually, he and his wife got divorced. His wife won the custody battle and remarried soon after. Meanwhile, Gi-hun moved back in with his mother, where the two managed to scrape by. Unmotivated and depressed, Gi-hun was crumbling under the pressure of his debts. He ended up becoming a gambling addict and relied on his old mother for financial support. He would largely bet on horse racing and pretty much always lost, but for whatever reason he didn't care and kept going back. When his daughter's birthday arrived, Gi-hun's mother gave him some money to take his daughter out for some good food, but Gi-hun ended up betting this money too. While this seems like a recipe for disaster, he actually managed to win big on his final bet, coming away with a whopping 4.56 million Korean won. Just as he was starting to bask in the glory of his win after cashing out, the loan sharks showed up. Panicking, he decides to run and the sharks chase after him. During the chase, he crashes into a woman. Anyways, he loses a bunch of times, gets slapped in the face pretty hard, and at one point his face does become very red from all the slaps, but finally he manages to win. He was actually handed 100,000 Korean won. Before leaving, the guy in the suit revealed himself as a recruiter for the Squid Game, which was apparently the best way to make money. While Gi-hun did not believe in this, the recruiter reminded him of all of his debts, which shocked him because this information wasn't public, at least not that he thought. The recruiter did not provide an answer for this and instead gave Gi-hun a card and a phone number and asked him to call the number as soon as possible, stating that only a few spots were left. He returns home, not giving the game much thought. Then he learns from his mother that his ex-wife is planning to move to the United States with her husband the next year. This meant that he only had a year to prove his worth and save the